Okay, here's the situation. We're pretty deep into quarantine right now. Not pretty deep, but like a weekend. And milk is gone and bread is gone. So I decided I have a solution and I just have to share my solution with all of the 10 people that are gonna watch my video. And that solution is oat milk and oat bread. These recipes I'm about to give you are gonna last you through the quarantine, and you are never gonna run out of milk and bread again, as long as you've got some good old oats. So I've just completed my extensive research here, and I think I've come up with a way that we can make oat milk and then use what would typically be the waste of the oat milk and put it into bread. And you're just gonna be, you're gonna be a pioneer, you're gonna be in your kitchen, you've got extra free time and less money right now. So you're gonna buy a big old thing of oats, $2, flour, yeast, water, and yeah, you're gonna be like freaking good to go. So let's dive right in, shall we? Okay, let's go over the basics of this first recipe here. We're gonna start out with some oat milk. Now, this is gonna be an excellent recipe for your quarantine because you only need 2 ingredients and you're gonna come out with some freaking cheap milk and it's gonna be delicious. Your ingredients are rolled oats and water. I know, it's that easy. Oh, and also, you're gonna need a blender. Hi, custard. So typically, the ratio is gonna be 1 cup of rolled oats to 4 cups of water, okay? That's what I'm seeing. That's the consensus online, right? But let me throw some tips your way, okay? You're gonna want rolled oats, specifically rolled oats. You're gonna see steel cut oats at the store and you're gonna see quick oats at the store. But I'm telling you, rolled oats are gonna be the way to go. Steel cut oats aren't processed enough. So it's gonna take extra time in your blender and you're not gonna get the desired flavor that you will get from rolled oats. And quick oats, on the other hand, they're too processed. So you're gonna blend them up with that water and you're gonna get a slimy texture. Nobody wants that. You might as well just go brave the local Krogs or Walmart to get a gallon of milk because I'm not about to drink something slimy. That's right. Also, you're not gonna wanna soak your oats beforehand. We're all about texture here, and soaking your rolled oats beforehand, it's not gonna work. And it's just extra time and energy that you don't wanna spend because you're just in this for a quick drink of milk, okay? You're gonna take your oats, you're gonna put them straight into the blender with that water, and like, you're not even gonna need to put any extra effort into there, right? Did I have any other extra tips? Oh yeah, once you make that oat milk, don't put it in the microwave. Don't heat that baby up. You can put it into hot beverages, but if you heat it up beforehand, slime. You're gonna get that slimy texture, right? And we're trying to promote oat milk here. We don't wanna go making some gross oat milk and give oat milk a bad name. So we're trying to make it delicious. So yeah, I think that's all my tips for this oat milk situation. So let's get cooking. All right, I got my rolled oats, 1 cup, into the blender. Boom. 2 cups of water, cold, filtered. I don't know, came from our sink, but our sink's pretty good. Fill this up again, because we need 4 cups. Oh yeah, doesn't that look good? Here's the situation. All the recipes that I have seen have used Vitamixes, and you know Vitamix is about 20 times better than this puppy. And they say 30 seconds in a Vitamix. So we're gonna start out with 30 seconds here, and if it's not frothy and creamy and delicious enough, we'll go a little bit further. But remember, over blending leads to slimy oat milk, and we are not about that. All right, let's go. I'm gonna count to 30 in my head. All right, this is my first time doing this, so I don't 100% know what it's supposed to look like, but this is looking pretty oat milk-like, right? Yeah, so it's chopped up pretty finely at the bottom, I see. However, I know for a fact this didn't do as good of a job as Vitamix, so I'm gonna give it 10 more seconds. Let's hope we don't reach that slimy texture point. When you're doing this at home, you're gonna wanna experiment. You know your blender better than anyone else. So you're gonna be the best judge of how long to blend your oat milk. I'm gonna give mine 10 more seconds. Let's do this. feels right to me. Now we're gonna go through the process of straining. There's several ways that you can strain. You can use a fine mesh strainer into a bowl like this. You can use cheesecloth like this. You can use a nut milk bag. I don't have one of those because I've never done this before. So I'm gonna start with this. If it's a little too chunky, I'm gonna add some of this on there. All right, let's get our milky, delicious concoction out of this bad boy. Oh, it smells like oat soup. All right, I did not. All right, since we're making oat bread right after this, you're gonna wanna make sure you get all those clumpy bits out of the bottom of your blender. All right, I did a pretty good job. So now we've got some wet, pulpy stuff in this strainer. Don't push down on it. Don't try to get every last ounce of water out of there. Slime water. You don't want slimy oat milk. What did I say before? So we're gonna leave it just like this. We're gonna plop this into another bowl and we're gonna use it for our next recipe. So gross. That sound was not good. I think that did a pretty good job. We're not gonna use the cheesecloth, but we are gonna go through it one more time to make sure we got all those bits out. Let me get another bowl. All right, our second strain. We only got a few little clumpy gross bits left, which is excellent. So I'm gonna dump those out without pressing down on it. For the oat bread, this is some high quality stuff. You don't wanna be throwing this away. And here's our delectable oat milk. 2 strains I think is gonna be pretty good enough for me, but if you wanna keep going, you keep doing it. Now I'm gonna try to get this into my recycled bottle because sustainability is key. I have to brush my hair. Wow, doesn't that look nice and creamy? I'm excited to taste this. Mmm. It doesn't taste amazing by itself, but you can definitely sweeten it. You can put vanilla in it, dates, honey, maple syrup, but this stuff is really gonna be good in your smoothies, in your cereals, in baking. It's just gonna add that extra nutrition boost, and you won't have to go to the store to get some milk. All right, guys, after experimenting with my little baby over here, I decided that if I'm gonna drink this straight up, it's gonna need a little help. So I'm gonna just like completely invent recipes to make this bad boy more delicious straight up. Also, after doing that recipe, I think for my blender's capabilities, I need less water because this is really tasting more like water than like oats. And I like my oat milk. I like to be able to taste where my oat milk's coming from, you know, straight from the ground. Moving on to bread, this is the website where I found the recipe from, but there was also the exact same recipe, like no joke, on 2 other websites. So I don't know if this can necessarily be attributed to this beautiful woman over here named Carrie, but hey Carrie, you are gonna try it out, see if it actually is excellent, and I'll link this below. Let's get started. We'll try to speed this up because it takes like a long time to make bread. So you're gonna be watching basically a time lapse of me doing it. Let's get started. And now, just sit back, relax, and bon appetit. This is actually really good. I might be a genius.